This is PSN Newsrun, streaming exclusively on YouTube.
Hello and welcome to PSN Newsrun. Our top stories. Nigeria's newly enacted Cybercrime Act causes stir among citizens and stakeholders. Rise in self-kidnapping, driven by poverty or pure mischief. And on sports, Fulham about to secure AC Milan Chukwueze in a deal worth £25 million. All this and more on PSN Newsrun. Stay with us. Nigeria has introduced sweeping new cybercrime laws aimed at curbing online fraud and digital threats, but concerns remain about free speech and surveillance. Here's Joycelyn with details.
The National Assembly has passed Cybercrime Act 2025, ushering in sweeping changes to Nigeria's cyber regulations. The updated law expands surveillance capabilities, allowing urgent interception of communications without court orders, and imposes longer data retention rules on telecom firms. It criminalizes a range of online behavior from unauthorized device access to spreading fake news, with hefty penalties and a new digital levy on transactions. Security officials hail the act as essential for combating rising cyber threats like fraud, cyberstalking, and terrorism financing. Digital rights advocates, however, warn that vague wording, especially around content moderation and misinformation, could be weaponized against dissent, journalists, and online critics. As stakeholders push to review implementation, the debate now centers on whether the law will curb cybercrime or curtail rights. Nigeria's new Cybercrime Act is poised to reshape its digital era, but whether it protects citizens or suppresses them remains to be seen. Reporting for PS News, Joycelyn Ella Keche Ada.
Nigeria's payment landscape is about to evolve with tighter controls as the Central Bank of Nigeria mandates GPS tagging on POS terminals. Marian has this report.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has issued a sweeping directive requiring that all points of sale POS terminals nationwide be geotagged within 60 days. Each device must now capture and transmit its GPS coordinates at the start of every transaction, ensuring it operates strictly within a 10-meter radius of its registered location. Terminals failing to comply will be deactivated from October 20, 2025. The CBN mandates new and existing terminals possess native geolocation features and double-frequency GPS receivers, and that they align with the iOS 2022 messaging standard for payment transactions. Security officials say this move is aimed at eliminating cloned or ghost terminals, enhancing consumers' protection, and strengthening fraud oversight in digital payments. However, industry experts warn that the timeline and technical demands, like retrofitting millions of terminals and enforcing the 10-meter rule, may strain implementing institutions and risk disrupting informal payment network. The CBN geotagging mandate marks a bold step towards modernizing Nigeria's payments ecosystem. Now, the focus turns to whether operators can meet the tight timelines without compromising access. Marian Awuya, PS News.
According to a news report, over 4,700 kidnapped in Nigeria within a year as insecurity crisis takes a grim turn. Let's join Ella for details.
A new report has revealed that 4,722 people were kidnapped across Nigeria in the past year, with Zamfara and Kaduna states topping the list of abductions. The data highlights the scale of insecurity crisis, showing that kidnappings have become widespread across the northwest and north central regions, where banditry and insurgency remain major threats. Zamfara recorded the highest number of cases, followed closely by Kaduna, both states long regarded as hotspots of armed violence. Analysts warn that the persistent rise in abductions reflects both the failure of existing security measures and the lucrative nature of ransom-driven crimes. The findings also point to devastating impacts on families, communities, and local economies as residents continue to live in fear, while many displaced people abandon their homes and livelihoods. Security experts are calling for urgent reforms, improved intelligence gathering, and stronger community-based security strategies to curb the wave of kidnappings across the country. Ella Okechukwu, PS News.
Still on kidnapping, a disturbing new trend is spreading in Nigeria. Fake kidnapping staged for ransom or attention. Why are people faking abductions, and what are the legal consequences? Joycelyn shares this analysis report with us.
In Nigeria, kidnapping remains one of the most pressing security challenges, but a disturbing new trend has emerged: citizens faking their own abduction. From young people staging disappearances to demand ransom from relatives to individuals seeking attention or sympathy, fake kidnapping are fast becoming a worrying phenomenon. In this special report, we analyze why people engage in these staged abductions and the legal consequences they face. Reports from law enforcement show that economic hardship is the leading driver. Many young Nigerians, unable to find jobs or cope with rising costs, resort to faking kidnappings as a shortcut to quick cash, often targeting family members for ransom demands. Others do it to escape responsibilities, manipulate relationships, or gain sympathy and online attention. But these acts carry serious risk. Fake abductions waste security resources, strain police investigation, and divert attention from genuine kidnapping cases where lives are at stake. In many instances, families report cases in panic, prompting heavy deployment of law enforcement that could have been used elsewhere. Legally, the Nigerian Criminal Code is clear. Individuals who stage their own abductions face charges of false information, conspiracy, and fraud. Penalties range from heavy fines to prison sentences up to 14 years, depending on the circumstances. Authorities have warned that beyond punishment, fake kidnappings also erode public trust, making it harder for genuine victims to get timely help. As insecurity persists, experts stress that fake kidnappings are not only criminal but also dangerous, adding another layer of complexity to Nigeria's already fragile security landscape. The message from the law enforcement is clear: those caught staging abductions will face the full weight of the law. Reporting for PS News, Joycelyn Ella Keche Ada.
And on international news, Nigeria and Ethiopia have sealed a $2.5 billion fertilizer plant deal, a move set to boost agriculture and strengthen trade ties. Marianne is here with details.
Nigeria's Dangote Group has signed a landmark $2.5 billion agreement with the Ethiopian government to build a fertilizer production plant in Gode, Ethiopia. The facility is projected to produce 3 million metric tons of fertilizers annually, cutting Africans' dependence on imports and strengthening food security across the continent. Under the deal, Ethiopia will hold 40% equity stake, while Dangote Group retains 60% ownership. Experts say the project could transform agricultural productivity in East Africa, reduce costs for farmers, and create thousands of jobs in both countries. It also reinforced Nigerians' growing influence in the African industry and agricultural sectors. Construction is expected to commence in 2026, with the first phase slated for completion within 3 years. Marianne Awia, PS News.
It's been a dramatic 24 hours in sports, from major transfer moves and shocking cup upsets to Nigerian stars shining in Europe and tennis greats cruising at the US Open. Here's our sports correspondent Sam with details.
Fulham on the brink of securing Nigerian winger Samuel Chukwueze from AC Milan in a deal worth around €25 million. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano confirmed that talks are progressing, with negotiation also ongoing for Kevin from Shakhtar. Milan are open to letting Chukwueze leave after his limited impact since joining 2023. Despite scoring just 8 goals in 69 appearances, Fulham view the 26-year-old as a valuable addition to bolster the attacking options before the window closes. Manchester United suffer a humiliating Carabao Cup exit after being knocked out by League Two side Grimsby Town on penalties. The tie ended 2-2 in regulation time, with Grimsby taking an early 2-0 lead, though United leveled through Brian Mbeumo and Harry Maguire. The underdogs prevailed 12-11 in a dramatic penalty shootout. The defeat marks United's first ever elimination by a 4th-tier team, sealing one of the biggest upsets in the competition history. Nigerian midfielder Raphael Onyedika helped Club Brugge storm into the UEFA Champions League group stage with a 9-1 aggregate win over Rangers. Onyedika provided an assist in the 6-0 second leg victory, with 18-year-old Kei Furo, son of ex-Super Eagles defender Furo Eyenemi, made the squad. Cyril Dizer returned from injury but remained unused. The emphatic result underlined Brugge's dominance and set them up for another shot at Europe's elite stage. Top seed Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic breezed into the US Open third round with commanding display. Alcaraz crushed Italy Matteo Berlucci 6-1, 6-0, 6-3 in just over 90 minutes, hitting 32 winners and joking post-match about wanting to spend less time on the court. Djokovic also secured a comfortable win, keeping his speed for another Grand Slam on track. This is Samuel Lakman for PS News.
And this is where we draw the curtain on PSN Newsrun today. I am Oluwatosin Deba. Good evening.
You just watched PSN Newsrun, streaming exclusively on YouTube. This is your trusted voice for news that matters. Subscribe, like, share, and stay informed.